What's up? How many times do we go into the new year with a goal and we don't see it through? A lot. A lot of us do that. A lot of us have done that. And here's why. I want to break down goal setting for you guys and kind of give you guys a playbook on how to be successful when hitting your goal. Because you guys are good at setting goals. They're great goals you guys are setting. But when it comes to mapping out a plan, that's where you guys fail. And that's why it doesn't happen. So in my years of coaching, I've noticed one thing. You have to create, first off, you have to create a big goal that's measurable and attainable. So when I say this, I think of a big goal, like a year-end goal, whether it's save $5,000, whether it's pay off your car, whether it's lose 40 pounds, run a marathon. I don't care what it is. It could be touch your toes. You need something that you can measure, and when you hit it, you can celebrate it. So set your big goal. So for instance, I'm a health and fitness coach, so I'm gonna pretend we're working with a client right now. So say a client's goal is to lose 40 pounds this year. Very realistic. It happens all the time. So lose 40 pounds. So I have a client that her goal is to lose 40 pounds. How do we help her make this happen? Well, first off, it's exciting. She's already imagining herself 40 pounds less. She's already like willing to eat healthy, do all the right things, but I have to help her now set a medium goal. And this is where it gets kind of scary and hard, and it's like feels almost defeating because that medium goal doesn't sound as good as that 40 pounds. It doesn't sound as good. It's not as pretty. It's like, oh, so say it's 40 pounds this year. I'm gonna have her in 6 months. I'm gonna say, hey, in 6 months, I wanna see you down 20 pounds. And all of a sudden she's gonna be like, man, only 20 pounds? Yeah, only 20 pounds, 6 months, so 20 pounds. That's that medium goal. So how are we gonna help her now break that into attainable? Daily habits, small wins. This is where it happens. Those daily habits are gonna be what gets her to the 40 pounds off. So I'm gonna help her, and I'm gonna tell her, okay, because she doesn't know, that's why she's coming to me for help. I'm gonna say, hey, Susie, let's get you down 40 pounds. We can do it. This first few weeks, let's work on hitting your protein. It's gonna take her a few weeks to start doing all these daily habits, but once she does, it's like a paper towel roll. Those pounds just start coming off, and it's slow, but all of a sudden that paper towel roll over time is gonna be a small paper towel roll. You think about it and it'll make sense. So hit protein, drink 80, 100 ounces of water. Drink 80 to 100 ounces of water. It's gonna help her hit her goal. Sleep, I know sleep 7+ hours. I know that helps for fat loss, cortisol, all of that. And then let's think of movement. There are her goals. So I just set up Susie's goals. It's gonna be 30 minutes of movement every day, sleep 7+ hours, 80 to 100 ounces of water, and hitting protein. So all of a sudden it's like, wait, so how much do you want me to lose every week? We're not focused on that. We're focused on these small goals and hitting these. And the mindset shift is huge. So now instead of that number on the scale, that's gonna do its own thing. She's gonna be focusing on these small wins. And she's gonna feel good about these small wins. She's not gonna focus on that scale, and she's not gonna get as defeated as somebody that just goes in with a 40-pound goal and then never really makes the plan to hit the 40-pound goal. So after this, Susie and I are we do assessments weekly. Some of you guys do them less, but weekly, especially new clients, I like to talk to you guys weekly. Reflect and adjust. This is when you would do an assessment, and we would adjust. Say she just had a baby 2 months ago and her baby's in a sleep regression and the sleep's not happening. I would say, okay, that's okay. Let's work up. Maybe we'll put self-care there. Maybe she does a little bit of self-care instead of the sleep. Sometimes as a mom, we can't really control. So, and that's okay. But I need her to at least take a little bit of time to herself, whether it's a bubble bath before bed, a walk with the baby, whatever it is, just to kind of bring down her cortisol level, take care of herself, and that's important. So that is an important step. Reflect and adjust. It's so important because some things aren't gonna work like textbook, and that's okay. That's okay. But over time, all of a sudden, she's gonna realize we're hitting this goal, we're hitting this goal. So whether your goal is, say it's to touch your toes, say you guys have really tight hamstrings like myself, and you guys want to touch your toes, we can make that happen. Tell me, I'll help you. We're gonna start stretching. We're gonna work on, what's that 6-month goal for touch your toes? It's gonna be to like hold a 2-minute hamstring stretch. Sounds awful, but it's to hold a 2-minute hamstring stretch, touching like your ankles, and we're gonna get you to that point where you're touching your toes by the end of the year. But whatever your goal might be, don't forget these steps down here. Don't forget your medium-sized goal. Don't forget your small daily wins. These are not too small to celebrate, you guys. You have to do this step, or this is gonna be so much harder. So if you guys have any questions or you guys are ready, you guys can ask me for help. I will absolutely help you, but let's do this. Let's set up a plan and let's get you guys crushing your goals for 2025.